So I'm on again. Hi, I'm on again. And I right after I had a live. Um, I'm putting these together because I have today to go through my notes and notebooks, and I don't always have so much time. And I'm not doing this to become a YouTuber that makes money, and I'm not doing this for recognition. As you can see, I'm faceless, and my name is it's an it's a fake name. It's not my given name. This channel is for hopefully the betterment of society and for each individual inside the society by real speaking about real things that happen to some people that you don't want to know about, so you tell people to I'm not saying you particularly, but people tell people it'll make you look bad. It sounds like you're complaining. It sounds like you don't have control of your life, so you blame it on other people. No. Um, we've been silenced for a long time, and people are still silent, or they're not alive anymore, or and they're maybe ashamed, and also some people might have lives in which, like, even going on YouTube is it's not something they can do. Maybe they don't even check their email messages or be able to answer the phone. So today I came, this is my second one today. I've fallen on some notes that I took about child sexual abuse. So, yeah, okay, I'm gonna start reading. I might just add in if I need to. Secondhand drugs, fumes, and bad nutrition generally had dandruff, bruises, pains, same clothes every day, being I don't know what it being delighted every time I was allowed to be a girl, or allowed to be a child, because I was usually after school I was at home doing whatever my parents told me to do. Um and very few times, I could hang out with a friend from school, go to their house, and sometimes play in the streets. And I think it all depended on if they wanted to get high without being around. They make me take my sister play on the block or take her to the park with me. And yeah, also like in the summer, there's one air conditioner in a one, two, three, four-room apartment. So if they wanted to hang out in the AC, they just kick us out. And I had a sister 4 years younger than me. She didn't die. I just say I had one because she she blames me for being born and turning my parents into alcoholics and other stuff. So yeah, she's a golden child and maybe a flying monkey if you know the lingo of narcissistic abuse, narcissistic parents. So I will continue being delighted every time I was allowed to be a child. My mother got so angry when I was stroking my genital area while balancing on monkey bars. I must have been 3 or 4 years old. I think other parents noticed me and were disgusted. I was only doing what I was conditioned to do at home. I was forced to feel shame at what I was told to do. I was balancing on the monkey bars, proud that I can do two things at once, but got scolded. So I am so disgusted. That's like me as an adult. I am so disgusted. I was being sexually abused non-penetratively till I was about 9 or 10, as far as I remember. I thought it got real bad at the age when my father quit his job. He became a full-time drunk, assaulted me every day. All I realized any sexual abuse was wrong, meaning, um, so I was raped in 5th grade, but, you know, the genital touching, being forced to be naked, to being told to take off my clothes, being forced to, change into a different outfit while he watched for no reason. Stuff like that is also harmful. And, yeah, genital touching. I still remember this. I was 3 or 4. I was like balancing on the monkey bars and touching myself, thinking that I was doing something good. And then my mother scolded me, and everybody else was disgusted. So I really believe that it's not okay to abuse small kids. And I used to think that, if I wasn't getting beaten up, that hurt more. I mean, penetration hurt, but like 5th grade. It was bad. And I I say that it's not, if you just turn the other way, like if you know somebody down the block or down the street is being sexually abused, and it's not your problem, or somebody in school is who is being sexually abused, not your problem. I followed in nursery school, so like around the time I was, doing that on the monkey bars, or I did that on the monkey bars. Maybe I never did any again. I got in trouble for following a boy into the toilet and forcing him to show me his genitals. And also at my mother's friend's house, apartment, where I did that to the son. Um, so yeah, it can affect your child too. Um, it's horrible that p- there are people, cops and social workers who do nothing because they're lazy. Um, but turning the other way is you're just adding to the problem. And this plus in my homeless days as a teenager, I was usually couch surfing. I didn't have to stay on the streets much because I was in high school and I had high school friends, but I was also having sex with some of my friends who had girlfriends. And it's because I was a homeless child, and I was conditioned. I don't know what it was. Like I can't put a name on it, but like I didn't think it was wrong to have sex with a friend who had a girlfriend. Even though if it happened to me, if a boyfriend cheated on me like that, I wouldn't be okay. So, um, for your small child's sake, for your adolescent's sake, you know, you don't want your child's um beau or girlfriend cheating on them by somebody who's clueless because of abuse, right? Um, and yeah, the summer I was 7 when my parents were on a very long camping trip with a tent in the trunk and money. I don't know. I guess they had money. Maybe they told my grandparents I was going to sleepaway camp or day camp, and forcing me to go into guys' motel rooms and hotel rooms. I don't know how they found the clients. I don't remember them putting me on display. Mm, I don't know how they did these transactions, but these guys they're lying to me, like telling me that they're a school teacher, so they love children. I don't think it's true. So these guys probably were married, some of them. So um, I don't know. And they're all white guys, so like if you're a white woman, let me know. Are you more forgiving if your husband cheated on you because they paid for it and it was a Asian girl and like not a white woman? Is it like um it doesn't bother you as much because it's not like a small child of a different race has something that you don't have, um, or that you might have and you don't have. So, yeah, again, please comment, and if 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 it's okay for your spouse to be with somebody if they pay, and if it's a child of a race that is deemed lesser than your race, I'd like to know, and I'm also curious about how if you are discussed by Asian people, Asian women, I'm getting bullied at work, and I think it has to do with I am more effective at what I do than some white people, and they hold it against me, so I don't fit the mold. So, let me know, or anything else you want to comment on. Please comment below. And yeah, if you bought an Asian child, um, I'd like to know. I'd like to know opinions. If your child um has had to, and if your child had to endure inappropriate sexual acts by another child their age, um, let me know. Also, if you're a social worker, and what do you do when somebody tells you that a very small child is being sexually abused? What if you're a school teacher and you detect something? What are your procedures? Um, what questions do you ask the child? Who do you report to? Or if it's not worth the bother, I'd like to know because I made this post to tell you it does trickle outside of the child being exploited and abused. So yeah, that's this live. It's 3:55. Um, what I have to do tomorrow morning is canceled because of the snow. It's snowing today. I went out in the snow. Yeah, just to end this on a more neutral note. It's not sad or happy. Snow days. Um, as a child in Brooklyn in the 70s, I I did go outside, and play with other kids. I wasn't allowed to play with other kids growing up, but, I think my parents just didn't like, if you're not outside on a snow day, what the fuck, right? People will say stuff. Um, he didn't have insulated boots. There's no such thing as heat tech or, technological fabrics that are thin that, keep you warm, reflect your body heat. Um, and yeah, I just went to the store and walked around a little. I didn't have any down anything, and I have a thin Uniqlo, um, they call it a down coat, but it's one of those things that you put underneath your coat. Um, I I play in the snow, and I didn't want to go in. And yeah, I got like what is it called when your skin gets itchy and red, and you form teams on each side of the street and play snowball fights on each end of the street, like one side of the block against the other. The car come, you grab onto it and see how far you can go without slipping off. It's called skipping or skelling. Um, it was now I have all this stuff to keep me warm and I'm still cold. So, it's exciting to be in the snow and remember these little pockets of time where I was allowed to be a kid. And this is 1970s in the poor part of Brooklyn. So they knew that I wasn't always allowed to go outside to play, but they didn't hold it against me. You can just like you can start at any time. Yeah, there was clicky stuff and there was some, like groups that wanted to be exclusive and pick who can go down the street together with a group of girls and whatnot. There was that. But it was a very special time and place where there wasn't that kind of bullying. I was never bullied for having um old ragged clothes. I was never bullied for not having the right anything. Um, and even if you weren't out there every day, consistently with the same kids playing, you'd just jump right in. And I remember when I was really little, maybe 6, an 8 or 9-year-old boy would protect me when they started laughing. Cause yeah, um, Asian people had less visibility in the 1970s in parts of Brooklyn like that. Um, well, it was a very, very special time. I'm not the only one who is from a violent home. I'm not the only one from an alcoholic home on that block. That I had an experience that seems to be different from kids from other parts of the country, from the United States. It was a very non-bullying street, and just non-bullying time and place. Maybe because everybody was poor. Um, people didn't just make fun of other kids based on their clothes and whether or not they can have a Lunchable instead of a peanut butter sandwich. I don't know. I'm guessing it's that. Um, but strangely, yeah, like today I couldn't even go to the gym, it's closed. But strangely, I- in the cold, I felt a lot of warmth in my heart. And now, if it's snowing in your parts, happy snow day. I hope you're safe and warm. Bye.